Winning a Call of Duty event gives you a feeling you cannot describe, and there's only one thing that beats hearing the crowd roar, and that is hearing the crowd roar after you won the biggest tournament of the year. And this is a story about how I won $100,000 at 18 years old by winning the Call of Duty World Championship. I found out about Call of Duty when I was just 10 years old from my friend on my travel baseball team. I later went on to learn about game battles, and from then I learned about MLG, saw people playing on main stage in Call of Duty 4, and knew that's what I wanted to do. A couple years later, I started going to some local LANs, making a name for myself and getting more LAN experience. Then, my first ever MLG event I attended and played in was MLG Anaheim and Black Ops 2, 2013. I had found a team the day before the tournament with Kalani, Nihil, and Fnatic, and we ended up placing 29th through 32nd. So not too bad for a one-day pickup team. The first event I traveled to after that was UMG Dallas, where I was on termination, and we placed 17th through 24th. It wasn't the best placing, but it was a start, and that's when I knew that I wanted to do this as a career. Towards the end of 2013, Call of Duty Ghosts was released, and although I didn't win an event that year, I got some really good placings throughout the year and became a professional player. The first team I was on and went to an event with was UMG Philly with Elevate, Slasher, Miyagi, and Strife. I got my first top 8 placing on my birthday and eliminated Optic for the first time in my career. From that point on, I joined Curse. I was on Curse Youth to start, then Curse Orange. We placed 5th through 8 at X Games. I 3-0'd FaZe, get smoked JCap. And from that point on, from Curse, I ended up joining a Rise, where I placed top 4 at Nashville, and that was my best placing throughout the year. Ended the year placing 8th at the Season 3 playoffs, and I had a really big year for myself. People started realizing my talent. I was doing really well, had a great KD, great overall domination, domination, SND, and blitz stats. So I was on the come up. A 17-year-old Dylan Attached still did not have a win under his belt, but he knew the day would come. The 4th of November in 2014 is where it all started. At the start of the season, I joined Denial alongside Replays, Zuma, and Saints. We went on to get 5th through 6th at UMG Columbus, and then 3rd place at UMG Orlando, where we lost to the Young Guns, Huke, and TJ Haley. Call of Duty Champs was in the middle of the year, so it was in March, which is only 3 months after the game was released. And there was a mini roster mania. Zuma and Saints left Replays and I to join Envy, and we got Clayster and JCap. At that point, we were the scraps of the team. People didn't want to play with them. People didn't want to play with us. So we had to find a way to make it work. As a team, we finished 2nd at playoffs and 2nd at the CoD Champs qualifiers. The next event was Call of Duty Champs. Late in March, the Call of Duty Championships took place in Los Angeles, California, not a far drive from my hometown. I was still in high school, so I was still going to school every day. I would get out at about 3 p.m., get home by 4 p.m. to start scrimming, and would scrim for about 6 to 7 hours with the team every day. I was still teaming with Replays, Clayster, and JCap. I was a crazy kid back then. JCap and I used to argue a ton, but when they talked to me and told me what to do in-game, I always listened. And luckily, I was teaming with some very smart players because I had the talent, the gun skill, and all that, but I needed to learn how to play the game, play it as a team, and play it the proper way, and they helped molded me into an absolute animal. So, going into the CoD Champs, I definitely feel like we were the most practiced team. I felt like I knew what I was doing in every single situation. Whether it was hardpoint, SND, CTF, or uplink, I knew what the play we had to make was, and it was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing feeling. I've never felt so prepared for an event as I felt with that roster. And that was being only 18 years old. I actually just made the cutoff date by 13 days. I turned 18 on January 4th at UMG Orlando, where we got 3rd. The cutoff date to turn 18 years old for CoD Champs was January 17th. So only 13 days. If I was born 13 days later, I would not have been able to compete at CoD Champs. So it was a blessing. I was feeling super confident. I had all faith in my teammates, and we went there, started off in pool play. We had Prophecy in our pool, and I cannot remember who else, but we won our first 2 matches. We're up 2-0 versus Prof, playing on main stage. I'm looking in the crowd because some of my friends from my hometown were in there. I'm laughing at them, you know. I'm like putting a peace sign, sticking my tongue out. Then we got reverse swept. And what that meant was when we got reverse swept was that we would be matching up with Optic Gaming in the first round of the winners bracket at that event. Optic Gaming was a team that beat us at the regional qualifiers and season 1 playoffs, the reason we got second back to back. But for some reason, that night when we got matched up with Optic Gaming, the weirdest feeling came over me. I was extremely excited. You can ask JCap about this. I don't know why, but I just had a feeling that we were going to play really well and we were going to win that series. No reason to why that could be. Maybe it was just the confidence from the preparation we had, but I knew going into that, we were going to win that series. And to this day, that's one of my best series I've ever played. Once we beat Optic Gaming, we knew the tournament was ours to win. No other team could beat us. We've got second the past 2 tournaments. This is ours to win now. Optics and losers, we don't got to worry about them anymore. We went on to play TK. I believe we 3-0'd them. We went on to play AR. We lost Hardpoint Biolab. We took the series 3-1. And then we played, I think, TR in the winners finals. We beat them 3-2, game 5. They were the best uplink team in the game and one of the best SND teams in the game. We were the only team that could beat them in SND. Luckily, that's what kept us going, our hardpoint in SND. We only dropped 1 hardpoint throughout the whole tournament. So we're in grand finals waiting for them. TR eliminates FaZe Red, and we meet them in the finals again. They had Nagafin, Facinto, Aqua, and Remy. This is a team that came out of nowhere. No one expected to make a run this far, and they were a very talented team. Like I said, by far the best uplink team in the game, one of the best SND teams in the game. But our hardpoint was outclassing them, and we would clutch up in SND because we had a lot of clutch players on the roster. So in the grand finals, as my controller was breaking, the left analog of my controller was completely ripped apart. You know how it comes in a circle like this? It was like there was barely any circle left. So if we went on to play another best of 5 series, I would have had to get a whole new controller. So we had to win this one on, I think it was a Riot game 5. The moment I got nervous, the only time I got nervous throughout the whole tournament, it was when I saw we were up 5-3. 5-3. I was like, oh my God, we might actually do, or I think it was 5-2. I said, oh my God, we might actually win Call of Duty Championships. And then we lost 2 rounds straight, and I started shitting my pants. Luckily, we were able to close it out the next round and close the game out 6-4 and win the CoD Championships. I'm never going to forget defusing that bomb, having my whole team standing around me, looking over me. And after I defused that bomb, everyone started going crazy. We started hugging, jumping up and down, and then went to say GGs to the other team. It was a crazy weekend. I had my family there, my friends from school there, and it was an unforgettable moment. Still my only Call of Duty Championships ring, but we're going for more, and it's something that I will never forget and a super proud moment in my career. And it wouldn't have been possible without my teammates. They helped me so much. Just learn how to play the game, be a good teammate, and had to put up with a crazy 18-year-old who had endless energy and was just always getting in arguments with JCap. But CoD Champs 2015 Advanced Warfare, that's a legendary moment in my life, and I was proud, and I'm still gonna be proud. I'm gonna be proud of that forever.